Hello, again. Quote of the day: feels like 100 days ago. President Trump held the story the entire country is focused on. President Trump held. Catch me up. It was just 4 days ago that Trump announced he had tested positive for COVID-19, the most serious known head scare a sitting president faced in decades. And over the weekend, the scare was dealt up several notes. On Friday, Trump was hospitalized from mid-coronavirus symptoms, think fever and fatigue, less than 24 hours after his positive test results. Since his diagnosis, he had received experimental antibody cocktail, Remdesivir, and antibiotic drug, dexamethasone, exterior, and supplemental oxygen. Nearly all treatment results for moderate to subcoronavirus cases. That doesn't sound good. Over the weekend, the White House acknowledged that Trump's status was worse than initially revealed, and Trump's physician admitted he urgently downplayed the president's condition. However, Trump appeared to make extreme progress and was told he may be well enough to be discharged from the hospital as soon as today. Yesterday, he took a joyride, waving to his supporters outside of the Walter Reed Hospital from the back of his self before heading right back to his hospital suit. But in doing so, he may have put Secret Service agents who travel with him at risk of getting the virus, and those aren't the only people whose lives are at risk. What do you mean? Within days of the president's diagnosis, more than a dozen people with ties to his admin tested positive for the COVID-19. Those are First Lady Melania Trump, 3 Senators, former NJ government Kristen Noel, and the RNC chairwoman. Trump campaign manager, Trump bodyman, 3 WH White House journalist, former White House advisor Kellyanne Conway, and the president of Notre Dame University. Nearly all of them have one thing in common: they attended the White House nomination ceremony for Judge Amy Coney Barrett over a week ago. It was a mass optional affair, no social distancing required, and huge welcome. The ceremony getting scrutinized as possible super spreader event, and it is unclear if the CDC is notifying people who may have been exposed during at home. So what happened now? The reality is that things are changing by the hour. We have no magic 8 ball, but we do have the U.S. Constitution to tell us what could happen next, sort of. Here's where things currently stand. The presidency right now, under the 25th Amendment, if Trump were unable to carry out his duty, he could temporarily transfer power to the vice president. President George W. Bush invoked in twice when he had to get anesthesia for colonoscopies, but according to the official, Trump has no plan to phone a friend. Read VP Mike Pence just read, but seeing it's to 2020 and literally anything is possible. Anything is possible. The 25th Amendment could allow the forcible removal of a president should he be too ill or refuse to transfer the power to the VP. The election is stay on, but the Trump condition was then to the point he couldn't run. The Republican National Committee would have to find a new candidate to put on the ballot, which could get complicated since early voting has already started in several states. In the meantime, the VP debate is stay on for this week, and the Trump campaign is sending Pence out in full force to its person events. Scott Hearing. The Republican with the Senate has the say on this one, and while they have opted out legislative vote until October 19th. The Senate confirmation hearings from the Judge Barrett are stay on. Democrats are stay saying delay, especially since Republican Sens Mike Lee, UT, and Tom Hill, NC has tested positive for the virus, and they are on the committee running the hearing. The scheme. The nation and world are wishing the president and the first lady a full recovery. All the while, the Trump admin and campaign are facing renewed questions about their handling of the pandemic. The floating around headlines in the days leading up to his diagnosis and Trump health. And now, with less than a month until election day, there's a high level of uncertainty about what the next few days or weeks could bring. While tensions all stay high, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the country had competing claims to the Nagorno-Karabakh region, is within the Azerbaijan border but controlled by the ethnic Armenians. Fighting broke out between the two sides late last month. It is the worst violence between the countries in years, with over 200 servicemen killed. And just yesterday, Azerbaijan said it is the second largest city, Zanjar, was attacked. One person was killed and dozens were injured. Azerbaijan blames Armenia for the violence and has promised to take the region back with Turkey help. Meanwhile, Armenia said this is all Azerbaijan's fault and is calling on the US for backup. The Red Cross said it's extremely worried, and European leaders are calling for an immediate ceasefire. But people are paying attention to California. Yesterday, officials say the wildfire there had burned more than 4 million acres this year. That's really the size of the Connecticut and the most ever burned in 1 year. The fire have killed at least 31 people, destroyed over 84,000 structures, and forced about 100,000 people to evacuate their home. Right now, about 70,000 firefighters are still battling nearly 2,000 major fires across the state, and isn't over yet. Fire season lasts until November. Was being anticipated. The NFL over the weekend is postponed. The Kansas City Chiefs and New England Patriots gained approved players on both sides, including QB Cam Newton and Chiefs practice squad quarterback Jordan Ta'amu tested positive for the COVID-19. The teams were played tonight instead. Mentos. Okay. Press but here our favorite page to help you take a break today. First project that will motivate you to get outside, like hiking a pet, getting kid and a colorful parallel or roller skate, and 400 by Halloween need an idea to try. The best one, number 3. The best one-hit wonder from the 2000s. This is list of songs where have you saying, oh yeah, whatever happened to over and over again. Female close to the band Herman had finally figured out who let the dog out. One more sign up to get weekly read in your book. Okay, for when you are obsessed with getting the best deal, say hey to the Police Genius. They compare home and auto insurance to help you save money without compromising on coverage. They have said their customer average 1.5 years, not too shabby. Look into it. Oh my God. Thank you for today. That's all for today.